Hello, my name's Megan. I am one of 27 and counting siblings. We all share the same dad, but most all of us have different moms. Our dad was quite literally a sperm donor. When I say literally, I mean it in the correct usage, as in all of our moms used IVF. I was the third kid to be discovered and the first girl. Now, our dad put himself out there to be found because when you donate, it's anonymous unless you want to be found. In that case, they give each donor a number. And no, he didn't do it for money. I'll get to why he did it. So, as I was saying, my mom was about 41 when she had me. She had had her heart broken previously in a relationship, and she was just kind of like, well, fuck men, done with that. And she did the independent woman thing. And like I said, she was about 41 when she had me. She felt her biological clock ticking and was like, well, now or never. So, she had her own house, her own car, her own degree, all that, own career. She had money. So she did what she had to do and went to the literal sperm bank. And, she said she tried for several years before she had me. And she said she had gotten pregnant the year before I was born and the baby had died. Rest in peace, But, yeah, anyways, I've been the only kid that knew how I was conceived. I didn't have a stepdad or anything like that, so there wasn't really a way of hiding it. Anyways, um, but people lie, unfortunately, sometimes. But anyways, throughout my entire life, I've had many, many, many prophetic dreams, including that of my dad and my siblings, and I knew there was a bunch of them out there. Our dad said it was probably about 50 since a sample went to each state, but there's probably more realistically because you can get 3 tries out of one sample or one cum. Anyways, so far, like I said, we're up to 27, I believe. I was the third kid found, and I am from the Midwest. I know some of my siblings, they would prefer their privacy to be kept, and their identities hidden. Like I said, I was the only kid that knew the whole time how I was conceived. So finding all these people is not like anything new to me. It's not a surprise. I've always known about them. Well, plus it's like hard to hide when it's just you and your baby. Like, as a single mom, you can't be like, "Hey, honey, this is your dad." Like, but anyways, so yeah, we just recently found 2 other girls in my particular state that I live in, which is awesome, but it's so crazy. I grew up as an only child and always wondering, like, I wonder if I have siblings around me, and all in another all like this is a lot of moving parts, and it's a really, really, really long fucking story. So it'll definitely probably turn into a series for sure. We actually were about to be on a Hulu series, but Hulu's actually running out of money. So I was like, one of the many prophetic dreams I've had throughout my life was about filming this story and telling you all this. But I was not. I was not ready until now, and Spirit keeps telling me that it's time. And so, yeah, I thought I would introduce you to my unique family dynamic. Each year we have a sibling gathering, and it's always in a different state since we're all from different states. Most of us are from the Midwest thus far, but like I said, if each sample went to each state, there would probably be from all over. But um, so far there's been like 6 kids from Texas. Sometimes there have been a couple of twins. There's been a couple of triplets. Some kids have the same mom, like, but different years. Because, like I said, one cum can equal 3 tries potentially. Whether or not those are successful, not guaranteed. But, anyways, I have anytime I ever tell anybody this, in real life, I guess, obviously, because first time of me filming it, but people always immediately ask me multiple questions, and they're usually this: what if you fucked your brother? Well, I guess I fucked my brother then. Like, I can't just go unfuck people. But also, no. Ugh. every dude I've met that is my brother, immediately the second I met him, I was like, that's a man, Megan, for show. No, no, but thank God. Ooh. But also, you don't like get to know people well enough, like their background and such, before you have sex with them. I do, but I mean, you do you, boo boo. But I don't do that. Oh, you know, I question them hardcore and usually date them before that. But I digress. The second question I usually get a lot is, how does your mom think about that, or how does your mom feel about that? And I always answer like, why would she care if she's happy? And a lot of people, because these questions genuinely confuse me sometimes, but these are what pop through people's heads, so I'm just going to answer them now. How does my mom feel? She's stoked for me. Why would she feel any different, you know? But a lot of people say, well, I figured she'd be jealous or something. But then again, I have to reiterate that, like, my parents literally never met ever. I mean, except until I got in contact with my dad, which I'll go over in the next episode or two. Because, like I said, there's a lot of moving parts to the story. Um, but yeah, so what's the other questions? Have you banged your brother? How's your mom feel? Yeah, they get really confused about the fact that like he came into a cup, into a cup, and they ship them off to different states, and they insert it in the ladies, and that's how a baby is born. There's different methods of doing it. You can like inject it like a turkey baster, or you can do it in a more painful way where you like cut the lady open and then you insert the sperm into the egg that way. And I feel like there's one more other way. I can't remember. Oh yeah, you extract the egg and then you put the sperm into the egg and then you put it back into the lady. But there's so many things in IVF, and there's another term for IVF that I can't remember. I'm not an expert, but I know Spirit keeps telling me to share my story, so here I am. I'll try to think of the frequently asked questions. Now that I'm on the spot, I forgot. I didn't write any of this down. I just did it. So I'll be back. Subscribe for more, because maybe there's a lot more. So much more. Oh, this is just the surface of it.